Hello, welcome back to CMG weekly market forecast. So this is a channel where we do weekly analysis to give you information about the week coming, in fact, the pending week. So we give you a general idea to know how the market movement is going to be. Of course, we are not saying that this in fact it's a forecast. That's why it's a forecast. So we give you a prediction, we give you an idea of how the market may have a higher tendency of what moving in that sense. So that is what we do every week. And then this is presented by CMG or space FX what community channel. So without further ado, we give you a recap of what happened in the course of the recent week. And then we do that. Hold on. So we do, sorry about that, we do a weekly, in fact, a recap, right? So we had that forecast that markets have a high, in fact, had a higher tendency or would have a higher tendency of moving across this fair value gap, the purple area, the rectangular box. So that is the box that we have been in it for quite a long time now. I think more than a month or so. So that fair value gap has been, in fact, has been respected for a longer period of time. But our hope that we had in the course of last week was that price would actually what move or break that area of that region. So this was the 14th week, right? This is where price or market open in the course of what, in fact, on Sunday. So price began from this point and then move almost breaking the fair value gap, right? So you can someone may be asking he or herself that why is it that I always talk about this FVG, that's fair value gap, because sometimes you may not even understand what is a fair value gap. And in fact, since the beginning of the year, I've been talking about it. So if you have been observant, you realize that this fair value gap has been respected for a longer period of time. Price is actually finding it difficult to break this region, even though our anticipation or our hope was that price would break this. So price, the market began from this area and then moved to this area, almost breaking it, and then respected it again, and it came back and fall back, even within and in fact below it. You understand? Move within and in fact below it, and now it started moving up. Now, if you realize also in the course of last week or the previous weeks or so, you may not, in fact, you may not have seen this channel, this blue slanted what area, right? It's a channel, right? This channel actually helps you. It's a tool that you pick on your trading view, right? It helps you to see a region of what consolidation. So consolidation is not only in the horizontal form; it can be what in the what a trendy consolidation. Bear in mind, we have trendy consolidation and we have horizontal consolidation. And I know for sure that the term that you are most abreast with, you have the information is what the horizontal one, the horizontal consolidation. But we actually have a slanted consolidation, either in a trendy upward consolidation or a trendy downward what consolidation, right? So you may have realized that this channel was not there. Then I told you that even though I give you my analysis for the week ahead, in the course of the week, I tell you to actually wait for price to actually start, give us that confluence before we actually what zoom in, right? Now, so in the course of the week, I may have epiphany, having some another perspective. The perspective doesn't mean another doesn't mean it's the opposite of what the initial setup. So if you realize my description that I give on the chart, I have a term called initial setup. Let me see something of that sort. Let me pull this in out here. You see here. So you see that 10th week initial INI initial setup. So what it means that I'll give you what the week ahead, right? A prediction, a forecast. Then in the course of the week, we actually look at it that you monitor the price action or the market to actually confirm this. And this is what we call the term what consolidation. Confluence. Confluence. So we look at this, and then when they actually agree, there's a unanimous agreement looking at your the top-down analysis, the higher time frame down to your lower time frame. When this confluence actually come together, then they'll give you that edge, and then we have the term called a higher probability setup. There are a lot of setups that are not highly probable. Now, today I may be using the term because I told you to be watching on the page the levels of what students. We have beginners, intermediate, and then we have the advanced. And even in fact, after the advanced, we have some terms that we address them randomly. So now I'm going to use the term, and I wouldn't have to come back and explain it anything because I have to check the time that I use in the video making. So that is what. So initial setup. So initial setup means it is bound or prone to what another analysis or another perspective, another look at. You understand? So that is it. Now, because of my descriptions are becoming true, and then I want to have a clean chart. That's one of the things that a trader should have, a clean chart. I'm trying to use some shorthands or cut down some the wordy terms to make them easy. So you see that I have the week WK, the 13, right? So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying to cut them down until I have everything there, the chart to be clean and clear. So you understand? So we realize that even though market, right, now our anticipation for a longer period, a long-term analysis, right, is that dollar would continue being bullish, will continue buying, continue being strong, buyers having more control in the market, right? So even though we can see or we see a pullback, right, a pullback, I will call it, or a reversal here, you realize all these reversals are not coming down below this channel. You understand? They are not coming down below this channel. Now I think we have dealt with this FVG, the fair value gap. I think you have understood why this is happening. So price is still around this fair value gap. So this fair value gap is very strong. It's actually playing a role, important role, and the price are finding difficult to break below or break above. You understand? So that is what is actually happening here. And this is the 4-hour time frame. I didn't want to waste time on the 1-hour time frame. So this is what is happening, right? I may talk a lot here because when I start doing the analysis for the pending week or the week coming, I may not waste time because it's a build up that we are doing. So this is a very important thing that I'm doing here now. So you see that price reversing, even though it's reversing, or in general movement of the market is in what? An uptrend. Even though it comes down, it's in an uptrend. So in the course of the week, I put this in it. So I know still I do not have a number of them coming there. Some of you will view the video and then I don't see them in the channel. I don't know. I won't force anyone. It depends on what you are expecting. So that is it. So I will still do my part because that's what I think I have to do. But the knowledge that I have also attained from my seniors, I have to, this is my small token that I can give to the general, in fact, to my society. So this is what is happening. So if you realize, generally price is in an uptrend, still respecting and battling around the fair value gap. So I had another epiphany, another realization that now the price is actually doing this, moving up and down, actually within some channel. So you realize that from the beginning of the week, I didn't put this channel there. It wasn't there. So I had to have another look at the market again to actually give me where I can enter the market or where I can exit the market. These are very important because if you have a general overview, not drawing your lines, your tools, and on the chart, you may not know where to enter and where to exit. So this actually gave me the edge, gave me that the vision to see what is actually happening in the market. Because even though we were saying that we expect the market to be bullish, now when you see this, you may be doubting me, my analysis. What is happening? You told us market was going to go this way, but now we see what is happening. So for some of us, when we saw this, we thought now dollar has become what? In fact, plummeting, very plummeting, and then there's no hope for dollar even coming back. But if you draw this, you realize that then the market is actually doing something. So this is what we saw in the course of the week. Now I put two setups. I told you I don't do a lot of trading. If the trading gives me the setup, gives me the edge, I enter. If not, I have to wait. So I gave two. The first entry, in fact, we hit TP. I think I did 1:4 reward, risk to reward ratio. And I told you, if you don't have the edge to be swinging, what do you have to do? Just use 1:1 and then you go. I did 1:4 or 1:3. I think I hit TP. That was very successful. So the second one was the last day of the week, which I am at the moment in what? In position. I am still in the trade. Now I gave you 1:1. If you can't wait, or you don't have the edge of swinging for a long time. So 1:1, those who took 1:1 will still have profits. We have their TPs. Yeah, 1:1 or 1:1.5 will have their what? Profit. I may go there if time permits for you to see what is going on. So that is it. So now the week ahead, right? I think we will not do anything much, right? So the week ahead, whether higher time frame or lower time frame, we are still within this channel, right? So now that price is here. You see, there was a news. I think what news was, I don't know if it was Fed minutes. Yeah, Fed chairman. Yeah, Fed chairman. I think Fed chairman speech or so, or the minutes. I think I don't remember. So this is what happened. So I was in the trade move, market move to this point. I was in a huge profit, and the market started moving back. You see the rejection that is happening here. Now, if you are not, one thing is, if you don't have the edge, this is my strategy. If you don't have the edge, I know you may panic. Fear will let you exit this market. Of course, we are in a new week, so anything is bound to happen. But for me, if you're already in the trade, just don't exit, right? Either you massage your SLs or do whatever you want. For me, I'm not going to do anything. I'll wait because per this strategy or per this setup, it is still valid. Just that it's looking like the setup is doubtful or more of a reservation here. But then trust your system or trust this system, and then let's see the way forward. So in general, I'm still expecting what market or price to get to this level. And then if it gets to this level, it means that it has broken this fair value gap, this long-term fair value gap. And now we are going to continue zooming up. Or better still, it can get there and then what? Come back, because we are in a trendy consolidation, consolidating market. So this thing could happen or continue for as long as dollar has the strength, or dollar plays, or dollar does whatever it wants, until we have a clear breakout. So for now, this is what we are looking at. So if price also breaks this line is a line that I use for myself. I use it as a conference. If you look here, price is within here, and I was suspecting that when price get to this level, I put this in my channel, the Telegram channel, that we expect price to move or reverse around this price for 104.00 and then 103,900 or so. Of course, and that was exactly what happened. So you can see this area, meaning that, and I drew an upward trend, just a line, arrow, meaning that when price get to this area zone, price should be rejected and then start moving up. And this is what has actually happened. If you want to confirm, check my Telegram channel and you see this. So that is it. So that will be for DXY. Now let's move to JPY. Now JPY, last week I was hoping that this fair value gap, or it doesn't look like, yeah, maybe I'll just borrow that term like a fair value gap. Because let me clean this out so that you see it. This was it. So price was around this place, right? And I was expecting or hoping that price breaks here and start moving up. Now, when price got here, there are still consolidation what's happening around this place, and then boom, price came down. Actually, came down. So I think with the entry, we had some SL there. If you put SL there, you may have hit SL, right? So that was one of what the downside of the last week. What JPY is what entries. So this is it. So you go down and then you realize that market is what? There's a resistance. I told you all these lines are my resistance and support. As long as they are, as much as they are playing the role of resistance and support, in the same way, they are my what? My TPs and SLs. That's my strategy. They are playing the resistance and support lines. At the same time, they are playing as my what? SLs and TPs. So the SL and TP will come into play when I move to what the pairs, the pegged pairs with what JPY. Then that's where we see that okay, these resistance lines are actually playing as my support, and then sorry, the SLs and the TP. So this is what we have. We entered only once, and then we didn't have, it wasn't profitable. So I didn't give another setup. I have to be honest. So that is, so I had another perspective, and then I think then I had this another perspective. So I brought this thing back. So I'm going to take this one out so that it looks clear. So you see, so to me, the consolidation is still happening. The consolidation is still happening here. And at the moment, price has moved above the what? The moving average. So as price is above the moving average, I am just hoping that price what? Finally starts what? Rallying. So that is what we are looking at. So I am saying this because price is, in fact, just at the what? The moving average. It could move down and then start selling again. So what I'm going to do is, any JPY, before I put a setup there, I will actually see or confirm that price has actually broken out of what? This resistance, sorry, this consolidating boundary. Then we know the way forward. So here, what I can say that JPY has a tendency of going up or down. Just that with the percentage wise, I am saying that JPY has a there is 70% of being what? Bullish. No, is it 70%? Let's say 60-50, 60-40. You understand? So 60-40 of what? Moving up. Else we are going to sell, and then I'll update you. So with JPY, please be very careful and then observant. Just visit in the what? The channel, and then you see the way forward. So that is what we have for the week. Now, there's another thing that I want to bring up. I told you that this year we are going to move at a top speed. We are broadening our tentacles, and then we're going to give you more products and services. You can rely on us. So we promise, and in fact, we are delivering. So I am going to introduce a term, or in fact, another program or service called financial literacy, right? So you may have heard the term, but what is it? So I'm going to do a full video episode, in fact, a full playlist introducing what is financial literacy, the importance of it, and then how you can actually make use of this thing. So that is what we have in our pipeline. So I will be informing, giving more head ups in this until I start doing the video. So let's see if I can start. I have the material prepared already. I'm just done. I'm just left with the what? The the video making. So let's see the way forward. Then I think you know what it is. So thank you very much for watching this. Please stay safe, trade wisely, wait until you see a probable, in fact, a higher probable setup before you enter. Better so you can be watching my Telegram. I'll give you the information. Then you know when to enter and then when to exit. Thank you very much. Happy, have a happy trading week. Bye for now.